Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm Sapna. I'm one of the registered nurses here in Australia. I'm just making a video because someone requested me to make a video on male nursing, so I think it's a really interesting topic, and let's talk through that today. Male nursing is uncommon. I wouldn't say it's very, but it's only 10 to 15% of male nursing throughout the nursing fraternity, which is like, it sounds like very like gender dominated profession, which actually was not the case when it first started. So the history of nursing, when we go as far back as 250 before Christ BC to 250 BC, we can see that there was nursing school which was not professionalized back then. Back then, when it was not institutionalized in 250 BC, the nursing school consisted of all males, believe it or not. So they were all only males in nursing. And first nursing school was found in India, which had all males, all students were males. So the institutionalization started to push back the male nurses, saying that females are naturally born with motherly nature and caring nature and this and that, and there are a lot of opinions going around, how females are have that natural instinct of nursing, which has discouraged the male to join the nursing profession, I think. And on top of that, because the nursing profession was first developed when it was like a maid, nurses were thought of as a maid. So, it was not a very glorious profession back then. That, and then discouraging male nurses, I think they tied up together. So when the first institutionalization of nursing actually happened, so the male nurses were kind of pushed back by how the female nurses were being introduced to the wards, mainly because the female nurses were more trained and the male nurses were less trained and things like that, and the females slowly started dominating the males on that aspect. And also there is a few factors, I think, related to why males are not really into nursing. I think there are a lot of like cultural belief and feminism involved, where people think females can be caring and nurturing. And even Florence Nightingale made this statement about nursing, which says that nursing comes naturally to women, which had a long-term consequence for this nursing fraternity, because nowadays there are mostly females and very less men. So it's a bit sad, because if there is a person, if there is a male patient coming in the hospital and he doesn't want to be, you know he wants to feel respected, he wants to feel privacy, but he also wants to be attended by only male, then it's hard to find a nurse sometimes. It's hard to find a male nurse sometimes, especially in the area where I work. There's hardly one or two male nurses in a shift of, I think, like 12 nurses, 12 other female nurses. So you can see the ratio. I'm in a developed country, you know what I mean? And I still have a huge gap in the ratio of male and female nurses. So I think we can reduce that gap by encouraging the male nurses and figuring out how we can support them. So the first thing is not only males have sympathy and caring nature, just like females do actually. And I've found even some males are more sympathetic and more sensitive than females. So just having this gender based opinion is not actually valid in nursing, and people need to stop doing that. Males are just as professional and just as caring and nurturing as females are, and I think they make great nurses. What I have found, as I've moved to different countries, I've worked in India, I've worked in Nepal, and I've worked in Australia now. So, having worked in all these different countries, what I've found is there are male nurses in India, uh, which is lesser than the female nurses, of course. Where I used to study, I in the batch of 60s, there are 15 boys, and only like at the towards the end of the course, there was only few guys that stayed back and actually completed the course. So not everyone continued even out of 15. So which is like what, 25%, or by the time they passed out it was like 10%. So you can clearly see that. But in Nepal, it's where I'm coming from, it's even hard to find like one male nurse. People will be like, oh, you're doing nursing, oh, it's a job of girls. It's not, guys are not like respected in that aspect. And I think a lot of gender-based opinions here and feminism and things like that. I just don't want to talk about it. And also because in our culture, um, because I belong to Nepal, I can relate to it. In our culture, most of the housework is done by females. So and females, they are responsible for caring for child, and basically like raising the kids. So males sort of like, you know withheld themselves, or what you say, they are not really interested in raising their kids, and they're more interested in like how to feed the family, how to earn for family, and how to keep the family together and things like that. So the switch of the role, what we have to do for nursing, is not actually what they fulfill even in their daily life, and that's not how they are used to, I guess. So having coming from that culture, I can relate to why males don't choose this profession. But I think over the years we have kind of like balanced it out, or let's say we have kind of accepted that males are equally responsible for the kids. Males are equally, should be equally taking the responsibility of the family. It's more like it used to be male dominant, but nowadays it's more of a partnership. But still, males are a bit are put on, prioritize over, or have listened to over anything else. But yeah, I think that belief coming from older generation has pushed back nurses from, male nurses, potential male nurses, wanting to join nursing in Nepal. They're keeping it to themselves and thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should opt to some other profession, which they shouldn't actually, because we need to create an environment where everyone is equally respected. Male nurses are also given like the same exact treatment as a female nurse, and they're not looked down upon, and they're given the equal training and things like that. We can bring males back to nursing, which I think it's really beneficial if you think about, how much sometimes we need male nurses, but there are none in a shift, and things like that. So please, I request everyone to support your fellow male nurses as well as your female nurses in your ward, so that they stick to their profession and they're happy with the profession. And we want to keep it that way, and we want to keep more balanced and equal equality, or gender neutral profession, which is nursing. Which I think it's hard to do, but it's not impossible, because it all started with male in the first place. After coming to Australia, I've realized that the other country which have so many male nurses is Philippines. So I have found, I think, equal number of male and female nurses that I met from Philippines. That I was working in last workplace, there were two Filipino female nurses and there was one Filipino male nurse. And the place that I work currently, there is one Filipino male nurse and one Filipino female nurse. Oh, there's one Filipino male nurse and one Filipino female nurse who just left. So yeah, there's kind of like this equality, and not only equality, but having different genders is healthy. And male joining to nursing profession, I think, should be normalized, because it is a profession. It is a it is a professional behavior, and it is a very highly regarded profession. If someone is sympathetic, someone is compassionate and caring, someone wants to provide a direct care, I think males should also be given equal opportunity in that, and they should not be told that they are not having sympathy, or they don't have as caring nature as females. I don't think they should be told that. So yeah, if you're one of the male nurses who's looking to join nursing, I think you're more than welcome to join nursing and make this profession as beautiful and as healthy as we can ever believe. So only you and I can do that, and you can do that too. So we together can only make change. It's not possible with only one person. So I sincerely request you to join that profession if you're looking for it, or if your brother is wanting to do it, or if your sister is wanting to do it, or if your son is wanting to do it. Please don't let them held back because it's nursing. No, it's such a pleasure to be a nurse. Don't let them from the joy. I know there are negatives as well. I wouldn't say no, but the joy you receive after caring for someone is fabulous. The satisfaction you get is fabulous. So yeah, we need more nurses. Having said that, thank you so much for watching until the end, and please subscribe, like, and share if you like this video, and let me know how I can keep making videos and what kind of videos you like and things like that. Thank you.